friends, it's Christy. Welcome to Bitly Ditley Has Plans. Today I have a little bit of a different video for you. I'm sharing with you 2 creative lettering bundles I purchased from Hand Lettered Design. So let's take a look. So I've always kind of dabbled in creative lettering. I've always kind of had an interest in it. I remember back when I was a kid, I actually had like a calligraphy pen set that had like different metal nibs and the ink cartridges that snapped in and that kind of thing. And then of course I was a big scrapbooker, like all through, the late 90s, early 2000s. This is one of the books that I used to use a lot for creative lettering. It's from Zig. I used to have a full-on Zig pen set. I have some of them here. So some of these like with the fine and the chisel end, dual tip pens. So these are just some of the lettering that I used to do in my scrapbooks. So I've kept this. This is back from like 1997. And because it's still fun. I mean, this is still popular. You see a lot of planners using this font. I used to love this stitch one. This one's really complicated, kind of cool for really talented creative letterers. But anyways, let's talk about these 2 that I recently purchased. So I found out about Hand Lettered Design from Facebook. It was an ad for this bundle that kept popping up on my Facebook feed. Must have been like early 2020 because my birthday's in March, and I remember telling my husband and my girls, hey, here's something that I'd love for my birthday if you're looking for birthday gifts. So I didn't get it for my birthday, which is okay. I got something else really nice, but I just always kind of kept my eye on her. She's got a great website, lots of videos. And then when Black Friday came around, she had a big sale on her site. And so I got not this one, but I got both of them. So this is the Creative Lettering Journal, and then this is the Guide to Mindful Lettering. They're very similar. I'm going to go through both of them with you. So what I did, I purchased both of them Black Friday when they arrived. I opened the box because I just kind of wanted to check it out. And then I closed it back up, wrapped it, put a gift tag on it from my girls, and stuck it under the Christmas tree. So please, friends, tell me I'm not the only mama that buys her own Christmas gifts. Anyways, that's one way to make sure you get what you want for Christmas. So let's get started. I'm going to go through this bundle first. So I'll just put this one aside. And they're kind of big books. So this bundle came with a set of 4 pens, and I kind of opened them already just because I wanted to check it out. So I'm just going to open it the rest of the way and pull all of these pens out. I'll just kind of put them off to the side. You get the journal book, and then you also get a pad of tracing paper. And so I really liked that it just all came together all in one, everything you needed. And this is her brand of tracing paper that she developed with a paper company. So let's go through this journal a little bit. First off, you'll notice the spiral binding is at the top. I've mentioned in past videos, I'm left-handed. And so I struggle in lettering in books and things that have a spiral coil with that spiral on the left side. You can choose to order your book either way, either with the left binding or the top binding. So I thought I would give myself a little bit of a break, help myself out and get that top spiral. Okay, so it opens up with just sort of her title page. And there's a little bit of a welcome on here. Again, like I said, she's all over social media, so Instagram. She has a Facebook page as well, her website, and then she just started a podcast. It's called, I think it's called Committed to Creativity. So I just subscribed to it, but I haven't had a chance to listen to any of her podcasts yet. So I'm excited about that as well. And then I'm going to flip this around because it's top binding. So she gives you step-by-step instructions with the directional arrows on how to kind of do your strokes. And then she takes you through the entire alphabet. This is the lowercase, and then it flips over to the other side here, and then here. So I'm just going to kind of flip, and then she takes you through the uppercase letters. So that's nice. You get both upper and lowercase. So this is just all of the alphabet. I'm just going to flip through that. And then she starts giving you some instruction on kind of how to do some of the connections, like connecting the letters into words and adding like creative flourishes and that kind of thing. And so here's like the word grateful, where she shows you different ways of creative writing with the word grateful. And then so she's got several words here, blessed, and then so this is the, let's start getting into practicing and some reflective journaling, and then coloring pages. So what happens now in the book is you get a lettering practice page. So you could put your tracing paper over this and just kind of trace over these letters. This one says, it's the little things. And then when you flip the page over, she has a reflection page. And so this one says, make a list of little things that bring you joy. And so you can use your lettering that you've learned and just kind of practice writing words in the lettering style. And then you can color in all of these flowers. And then she has a coloring page. So again, this says, it's the little things. And then there's all these beautiful florals around it. And so then it just kind of repeats with different quotes. So this one says, we can choose to be grateful no matter what. And again, this is your lettering practice page. And then you flip it over and she gives you a reflection. So this one is, think of a tough time you have experienced and write down what you still had to be grateful for, even with all the challenges surrounding you. So again, using your creative lettering to practice, use the space to write down those experiences. And then again, she has another coloring page with that quote, we can choose to be grateful no matter what. And so that just repeats. So this one says, surround yourself with grateful people. And then the reflection page is up here on top, and then the coloring page. This one says, grateful, thankful, blessed. Oh, I really like this one. And then the reflection page is up here. Sorry, it's just because it's flipping on top, you don't get to see that. And then here's her coloring page, very simple on that one. There is always something to be grateful for. That is certainly true. The reflection, and then the coloring page. I like these flowers. It's so much more fun to be grateful. And again, the coloring page. Enjoy the journey. Oh, I love this J. I love those big sweeps. And then that's the coloring page. And then, because I have been given much, I too must give. Oh, that one's really great. And then there's the coloring page for that. Oh, I like these little stems here. These are great because you can practice these as well, because I've seen a couple planners do this kind of stuff, like in bullet journals and in their planners. So this is really great. Kind of like an added bonus. Gratitude turns what we have into enough. Oh, so true. Love that. Again, this is the coloring page. Gratitude is a memory of the heart. Oh, again, much simpler. Thinking of things we are grateful for is a healing balm. Oh, this is nice. I like this in the oval shape. In everything, give thanks. That's another. Oh, see, again, more really cool stems to practice doing for your planner. Many people with very little are very happy. That's true. Oh, I like that one. Stop and smell the roses. Aw, lots of roses in that one. And then there is here 5x7 cards, thank you cards. So let me turn it this way. So you would take this out, you can trim it, and then you would fold it this way. And then it's like a blank thank you. So this one's really cute with a little oval around that. Thank you for being awesome. I hope you can see these good enough. Like, I hope I'm not zoomed out too far. And then here's a blank one. You can create your own. Oh, and a couple of blank ones. Let me turn it. And then this is about Lisa. Her name's Lisa Funk. So she's the creative founder of Hand Lettered Design. And she lives in California. She lived in California, but now lives in Arizona. Cool. And then her little thank you at the end of the book here. Sorry, the top spiral is a little harder to flip through for you on the video. So that's it. So then these pens, these are Faber-Castell pens, and they are a brush, but it's a pretty stiff brush. Let's give this a try. Let's do like a little bit of a pen test. Let's open this up. let's pull out a sheet of this tracing paper, and we're just gonna do this. Take that off, put that aside, and let's just start at the beginning, right? The beginning's a really good place to start. Okay, so I'm just gonna line this up, and let's just give it a shot. Okay, so up and then down. There we go. And then connecting it up and then down. So there you go. So this brush, it's not super, what's the word I want to say? Like the brush isn't super bendy or flimsy. It's pretty stiff. So I think they say that like a stiffer brush tip is easier for beginners to learn with than like the really flowy ones. Okay, let's try this. I feel like, and I could be wrong, but I feel like as a left-hander, it's a little harder to do the lettering because if you notice, how do I say this? I'm following behind because I'm using my left hand, and when you write from left to right, you're kind of behind the pen. And when you're right-handed, I can't do anything with my hand, you're leading the pen. So you kind of see that difference. I feel like people that are right-handed might have a little bit of an easier time with it because you're leading the pen away, right? Whereas I'm kind of following behind. We have a lot of left-handed people in my family. My husband and I, and both our girls were all left-handed, but my aunt and my uncle on my mom's side are also left-handed. And they're, my aunt, my uncle, and my husband, they're all left-handed people that write like this. They do that backwards writing. So they put their paper the way a right-handed person would, and then they do this. And so they have a tendency to smear across the paper. I have a little bit of an easier time because I actually turn my paper the opposite way. And normally so I'm writing like this, which I think is a little bit easier. Okay, clearly I'm gonna need a lot of practice because those letters look terrible in my mind. But anyway, so that's kind of the fuchsia colored one. And then let's check out what this blue looks like. Let's try this B down here. So let's see, it's supposed to start here and go up and around, and this one goes around. So up and then up and down around. I like this loopy. That's a pretty color. I like that turquoise. And then let's see. So we did green, pink, and then the last one is sort of this mustard color. Let's try that. Let's see what that looks. Oh, it's basically yellow. I don't know. The barrel of the pen looks kind of mustard, doesn't it? Okay. So you get the idea. So this set, again, it came with the tracing paper pad, the guidebook, and then the 4 Faber-Castell, they're called Pitt Artist Pens. Okay, so that's that bundle. I'm really excited to get back into this. I think it's just so fun, and I'd love to add it to my planners and being able to hand letter. Like, for one, I would love to just be able to hand letter my first name on that title page in my planner instead of having to buy vinyl stickers to do that. Wouldn't that be great? Okay, so let's get into this next one. So this is the guide to mindful lettering. I'll show you, that's the title of the book. But this little bundle came with, again, the guidebook, and then this pouch, which I don't know why. I have a ton of pouches, but for some reason I felt like I just had to have that pouch. And the pouch came in 2 different colors. This is green, which normally I wouldn't buy green because, I mean, I wouldn't say that I don't like green, but it's not my favorite color. And then the other color had a different print, but I liked this print that said Gather Joy. So I'm going to open this as well because this one also comes with pens. So this has a Tombow dual brush pen, and then it also has another one of the Faber-Castell Pitt Artist pens, and then it has the Tombow, I'm going to say this wrong, Fudnosuke pen? Did I butcher that? So those are the 3 pens that come in there, and then the pouch. So the pouch is extra big. Oh, look at this cute blue lining on the inside. It's big so you can put like some really big pens like this Tombow is a pretty long pen. So that's the pouch, and I'm just going to put that aside real quick. So again, it came with a pad of tracing paper, and then let's go through the book. Let me turn this around. So also purchased this with the top binding instead of the left side binding. And then this one is the Guide to Mindful Lettering. Oh, so pretty. Oh, someday I dream that I will be able to write like this. So this is just sort of her introduction here. And then kind of what mindful lettering means to her. It's meditative and therapeutic, the power of positive words, mindful lessons from lettering. Let's see, so she goes into, let's see what's on this side. Tools of the trade. She talks a little bit about paper, some of her favorite pencils and erasers. These high polymer erasers from Pentel, these are my absolute favorite erasers as well. I will spend a little bit of extra money on those and buy those for my kids and myself, like for their school and stuff. And then she goes through what pen is that? So she's talking about like these are the ones that are in the kit, and then some other ones. And then let's see, on this page, the anatomy of letter shapes. Oh, this is awesome. Yeah, so I've started learning about like cap height, midline, baseline, that kind of stuff. So there's lots of terminology when you start getting into like real calligraphy. And so this is great. She's like breaking it all down. Form and support, start at the table, get your elbow on the table, pinky on the paper, strengthen your shoulder, hold your pen at 45. These are all great tips, 45 degrees. Okay, and then let's see. So she starts with time for drills. Okay, so this is doing downstrokes, upstrokes here. And then, oh, and I've done some of these drills. So where you're just basically doing your loops and your shapes. Mindfulness tip here. Take your time, try to focus your attention on your form and creating each individual stroke. I think one of the things that I have to do for myself is not think of this as just like writing, like your regular handwriting, but that it is more creative and artistic, and it is about sort of strokes and almost more like you're drawing letters versus writing letters. Does that make sense? I don't know. I think that when I start to change my mindset about it, I think that's going to help me a lot. Okay, so then she goes into print basics. I love this. So upper and lowercase letters. Again, another mindfulness tip here. And then she's going through the whole alphabet and numbers. This is great. Oh, I'm so excited. I love it. This is my first time looking at the book, obviously, because I just cracked it open. Script strokes. So gosh, underturned stroke, oval stroke, compound curve. Look at all of this terminology. Descender loop stroke. Oh, I love that. Ascender loop stroke. So there's a lot for me to learn here. And then putting it together. Oh, this is great. The way it's just really broken down. Again, like I said, it's kind of more like drawing versus actual like writing. Okay, so then let's see, what do we get into here? The script alphabet. Okay, so going through A, B, C, D, just going through the alphabet here. We'll just flip through that. And then she gets into the numbers. Another mindfulness tip here. And then she's got, these are all the uppercase letters here. So pretty. I just love it. And then a practice page. This is great. So you can put your tracing paper. I have another one of these lettering books from just a book that I found on Amazon, and I never write directly in the book. Like I always like to use tracing paper, or what I'll do is I'll photocopy. I'll do a photocopy of the page and then write on the photocopy. That way I keep my book, pristine and can use it over and over again. Find what works for you. Part of the fun of lettering is making it unique and seeing what you like. Okay, so here's some medium, midline, lower midline, and then higher. Okay, so just 3 different looks with kind of the similar style there. So then some more practice of that. And then she gets into take it up a notch, practice writing each letter separately. Pick up your pen between connecting each letter, and then start dropping off some of the exit strokes. So she kind of steps you through kind of how you put it all together. So here you have each letter individually, And then you start to connect it, and then you kind of start to add some of your flair. You're doing some dropping the loops, you know, going a little lower here below the line there, and then going above, and then adding flair. Beautiful. I love this breakdown step by step. I think that's going to be really helpful. So then she's got breathe. This one is allow. This one is trust. So there's just several words here. Up top it says believe. This one is surrender. Let's see. And then, gosh, this book is filled. Mindful lettering affirmations. Let's start with awareness, being kind to ourselves, centering our self-worth. There's hope, and then living with joy. Okay, so the rest of this book is all filled with positive affirmations. Okay. This is so cool. And then it's like how to use the affirmations page. Like, how are you feeling? Based on your feelings, if you go to these pages, that will kind of give you something geared towards that feeling. Okay, so section 1, let's start with awareness. I'm feeling, and then you can put whatever emotion you're having at that point in time, and that's okay. And then let's see. I am more than my mind. I notice I'm having the thought. So just kind of what you're thinking about. And then I can notice my thoughts without judging them. I can handle any emotion that comes my way. And again, just blank space for you here to just fill in, I guess, your reflection on that. My thoughts create my feelings. My emotions are how I feel, not who I am. This is really beautiful. And so there's just a bunch there. Okay, and then we get to section 2, being kind to ourselves. It's okay to be human. It's okay not to be okay. There's nothing wrong with me. I'm going to love myself through this. Everyone makes mistakes. And then let's see, section 3 was centering our self-worth. I matter. Deeply love and accept myself. So then there's more of those. I surrender to the things I cannot control. My peace comes from within. And then let's see, section 4 is there is hope. I believe in myself. I know I will make it through this. Let's see. And then let's see what the next section. I get to choose what this means. I release anything that doesn't serve me. Okay, so section 5 is living with joy. Life is good. Today is a day of happiness and peace. Oh, that's nice. My life is full of blessings. That's so true. We have to always remember that. All moments are precious. I choose peace and love over fear. Love is always the right choice. I have my own unique path. There is always an opportunity to love. Oh, my happiness is in my mind. There is enough for everyone. Okay, and then let's see what she ends with a thank you. Lettering an intentional life. So yeah, so this is the mindful guide. And so in doing a little research on her site, kind of the difference between the two, obviously, besides sort of the intent behind them, this one's obviously more mindful, is this one is teaching you true calligraphy, whereas this one teaches you more about more of a faux calligraphy type of creative writing. And so I wanted to, since we tested out the pens from the other set, let's do a little bit of practice on these other pens here. Let's see if I can get this. Sorry. Okay, so let's check out Tombow. So, oh my gosh, it's been years since I've used a Tombow. I used to have these when I was in art school because we used these in our fashion illustration classes. So gosh, I don't even know. I know they're really... Yikes. Yeah, it's much more loose of a tip, and so I definitely feel like less control, especially since, you know, like I'm just such a beginner. But that's nice. Okay, so that's the brush, and then this is the more straightforward. Look at how crooked my lines are. Let's see, maybe I can do this better. Okay, so that's that tip. And then this one was the, oh, this is just like the other pens, the Pitt Artist one. So we know what that's like. And then this is the Tombow Fudnasuki. Okay, so, oh yeah, this has a much firmer, smaller and much firmer tip. These big letters are hard for me. Let's see. Okay, cool. So that's how that looks. Oh, look how weak those are. Okay, so I think that's all I needed to show you from those. I mentioned her website. She's got a blog and a podcast. Oh, one thing that I forgot to mention is because I purchased these during Black Friday, she kind of had an extra special deal where she also does online courses. And so the extra special thing was that when I purchased these, I got like access to one free video from her courses and all of that. So I've not had a chance to start in here or even look at that video. So I hope to do that before the end of January. But that was also something that was kind of prompted me to make the leap and to finally purchase this one. And then I added this one to my basket as well. So I think that's it for this video. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and hit subscribe so you can catch future content on my channel. Thanks for watching. Take care. Bye-bye.